everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to ChasingCinema.com's official YouTube channel. I'm your host, Jacob Tiranno, and today we're going to be recapping my week 40 of the 365-day movie challenge. I'm sure your head's turning here, say, wait a minute, Jake, you should be recapping week 41 this week. And you're about like 5 days late. It's all true. The debate being in town, everything kind of threw me off with school and everything like that. You know, it's really my bad. There's no excuse for it. And to think that I'm pretty much down to the last 11 videos that I'm going to be making of these after today. Just know this is the last time I'm going to let that happen. I promise I'm going to be bringing these back to Tuesday. I know you're probably rolling your eyes saying I've heard this before, but I promise. Starting Tuesday, week 42, I'll be doing the updates every Tuesday for the last 10, which will bring me to week 52, and my challenge will be over. But let's hop right into week 40. I am not going to really take my time here. I'm going to zoom through these because I want to be caught up just like you guys. Day 274, 365-day movie challenge. Mind you, this is the beginning of October, which I'm going to be watching thrillers and horror films the entire month. So I began that by watching the 2014 film Kristy. And Kristy isn't anything too unique or original except the motivations of the killers in this somewhat decent slasher. It definitely has its issues, and the ending is super, super anticlimactic, and our characters are very one-note. But the hunt of the pursuit is fun. The biggest downfall is not exploring the motivations of this cult. Kristy is a story about a bunch of people on the internet who don't like these well-off people, these people who are considered blessed or lucky or fortunate. They're called Kristys. And these people, a part of this cult or group online, go out and kill Kristys. And I would have liked to breaking down that idea more. Who's in charge? Who started this? Things like that. But it certainly tallies up a lot of problems. But besides feeling a little bit dragged out, I didn't particularly mind it. Day 275 of the movie challenge, I watched The Girl on the Train. I'm not going to take time to talk about it, but just know that I was very on the fence about this movie. Click that wide eye to see my full review. Tuesday, 276 of the 365-day movie challenge, I watched the classic film from 1932, White Zombie. White Zombie is regarded as the first feature-length zombie picture, and it has a lot of great qualities. It has a wonderful look and ambiance, and it really holds a creepy tone, even if the story and performance is slack. This film is a movie that, in 1932, really tried to do something special, and I think that it accomplished that. White Zombie might not be the best movie because it lacks the depth and expressionism of like the Universal monster movies, but as I watched this film in 2016, I can appreciate what the movie was reaching for. And I mean, look at the genre it established. It created this zombie genre, or we have to give a lot of credit for the creation of zombies in feature-length films. Day 277, I watched the 1958 horror sci-fi film Attack the Giant Leeches. Someone tweeted this at me, so I figured, all right, let me just watch it. It wasn't particularly on my list of things that I needed to see. But I would say it's one of the better like B-rated horror creature movies that were popular during the 1950s and 60s. It does lack a threatening monster. The guys look like they're in trash bags and just like, floating around in the lake. But the film really does offer some wonderful dark moments. It's short and sweet, and for those willing to go along with it, such as the cheap effects and the poor story, it will benefit. And it also has some really solid music, which is another surprise hiding in this campy sci-fi horror film. It isn't a great movie, but in this certain genre, it's better than most. It's simple, it's fun, and it actually gets pretty dark. Day 278, I watched the anthology film Holidays. Holidays told 9 short films, or told 9 short stories dealing with each of the holidays. And it's a mixture of good and bad segments, like most anthologies are. In this particular case, more bad than good. It offers 2 really solid segments. Easter, which creeped the hell out of me, and Father's Day, which was a really interesting idea. Easter, like I said, is extremely creepy, and Father's Day does take on this really interesting science fiction, kind of remind me of Frequency type plot. However, instead of going in the scary route, this movie mostly goes in the bizarre direction, and I think that's what makes it so intriguing. The audacity is what keeps you watching. It's, again, not a great film, but the moments of originality and oddity is what makes this movie worth watching. Day 279, I watched the 2005 horror film The Descent, a movie that I had been waiting to see it. It's an excellent movie, and I cannot believe that I waited so long to see it. 11 years I let pass me not seeing this wonderful, wonderful movie. It is a smart film that is led by an all-female cast, each who play strong, badass characters. They offer these great characters which are propelled by solid performances, and the best element of this movie is that they use the setting, the cave, to really create this intense anxiety and claustrophobia for the viewer. It is really able to use this cave to create a different mood and build tension and develop a hell on earth. And that is fantastic filmmaking. And that is what makes horror movies. It's not the creatures. Even though the creatures are relatively creepy, it is the mood and the tension that is built in that cave that makes it great. Day 280 of the 365 Day Movie Challenge, I watched the 2015 horror film We Are Still Here. And We Are Still Here is another horror film I discovered through this challenge and really, really enjoyed it. It has so much going for it. It is a love letter to the genre of horror, both new and old, and it is littered with homages, but offers plenty of originality. It is a very, very basic story, but it is such a tribute and so stylish that it feels fresh. The look is so wonderful. It blends the look of 70s horror with modern scares, and I think that's really interesting. Brings me back to the House of the Devil film from Ty West, who created this 70s looking movie to homage that. Brings me kind of full circle to this movie, We Are Still Here, and the movie that I saw last night, Ouija Origin of Evil. If you've not seen my review for that, click that white eye as well. But let me get back to We Are Still Here. This film genuinely creeped me out. Not to mention it made me jump a few times. That counts for something. It has great performances, a hell of a climax, and is able to bring a fresh take on this common story. It is wonderful. We Are Still Here is easily the favorite in this week. I loved this movie so much. I couldn't recommend it. It is on Netflix now. Make sure to go check it out. Also, click that white eye, my week 42, which I'm uploading right as this same time as I'm uploading week 40. I know, like I said, back-to-back to recap the last 2 weeks. Make sure to keep up with my horror month, always by following me at Jacob Tiranno. Make sure to never miss a video by hitting that subscribe button, and let me know if you have any suggestions for my last 2 months of the 365 Day Movie Challenge down here in the comment sections below. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jacob Tiranno, and please continue chasing cinema.